Mac is playing up, so I'm on the tiny little MacBook. So apologies if it's a little close or a little difficult, or the sound's a bit funny because I haven't got my normal setup today. But welcome back. It is day 22 of our live build series, and I'm very excited. At the moment, we're talking about a couple of features that are, underrated, hard to find, underused. And today I want to talk about QR codes. QR codes are fantastic. They're already built into the platform, but so many people miss them. So I'm going to show you where they are, how to set them up, and just suggest a couple of smart ways you can use them for lead capture and even client engagement. Okay, so let's jump in. Let me share my screen. So yes, yep, you can see that. That's excellent. So from our dashboard, we're going to go down to funnels and sites. If you're in GoHighLevel as opposed to Uplevel, then this would be called marketing. No, it would be called sites, actually. But funnels and sites inside Uplevel, which is my white label. And we're going to go across here to QR codes all the way on the right-hand side. Now, they're not wrong when they say create effortless QRs, because they've made it really, really simple. It is an awesome feature. It is very, very underused. But I think QR codes, while they've been popular in Asia for a very, very long time, are becoming much more popular in places like Australia and the UK. So if you're not using QR codes, now is a really good time to jump in and have a look and start sharing them, start using them. So let's just go through the process of how we can create one. So we just click create. We're going to give it some kind of name. So they're going to pre-fill it with something. You can call it whatever you want. So I like to use, well, you know me, I like to use naming conventions based on the function. Is it an attract function? Is it a convert function? Is it a deliver function? Or is it an internal function? So let's say it's an attract funnel, and this is for, maybe we're speaking in an event or something. So let's just give this a number, and this is going to be our event lead funnel. And then the next thing you do is you choose what you would like to happen when the QR code is scanned. Lots of fantastic options here. Really, really fantastic options. So is it going to open up a profile card? Is it going to take people to a funnel or a form or a survey? Is it going to prompt them to send an email? Is it going to be a review link? Is it going to go to a specific URL? Maybe it's going to open a quiz. Maybe it's going to take a payment. Maybe it's going to share your business card or a virtual card. Loads and loads and loads of options there. Fantastic options. What I'd like to share today is, let's say you're speaking on stage or you're doing a webinar. Sharing a QR code is a really easy way to get people from where they are looking at you to where you want them to be, that funnel where they need to fill in a form, or maybe to buy that low-cost lead magnet that you've got. So how do we move them from looking at you offline to that online experience where you can capture a payment or get that all-important email address so that you can continue marketing to them, nurture them, build that relationship? So that's why let's assume this is an event and we want to take them to a lead funnel. So we're going to go to a funnel, and then we're going to hit next. So which funnel do we want to take them to? We're just going to take them to our evergreen lead funnel. And which step do we want them to go to? We want them to go to the opt-in page. Okay, super easy. Now we get to decide what the QR code looks like. So what's our background color? So you might want to keep it as it is, or you might want to make it match your brand colors. Done that slightly wrong. And remember, you can try and make this visually interesting as well. Like, it doesn't have to be white on black. So Uplevel is dark blue and mermaid blue or turquoise. So maybe that's what I want to use, or maybe I want to use a white. Oops, too many F's there. And what's my center color going to be? Let's make that white as well. Okay, so you can see now I've got a QR code that matches my brand. What does this shape? What do we want it to look like? So you can change that. I'm not sure actually if you can see the small changes that's making when we do that, but it is making changes to the shape and the look and the feel of the dots. I'm quite happy with that one. What kind of shape border do you want? Again, you can just make this match your brand. And then in the center, is it a circle or is it a square? See how that's changing there. So these things aren't particularly important in terms of the functionality of the QR code, but maybe they're going to make it more memorable or more impactful when you're sharing it on the screen, so people are more likely to take the action when you're giving them the QR code. Do you want to include some kind of logo in the center? It could be whatever you want. If you're directing them to YouTube, maybe you want the YouTube icon. LinkedIn, maybe it's the LinkedIn icon. You can pick anything you like, or you can upload an image. So let me see if I've got anything in here. Yeah, go on, let's just put that in. So you can see that logo is now in the center of the QR code. Maybe we want to remove the background behind it. See, so these are just aesthetic changes. It doesn't really make much difference. And of course, you can then add a background to the page if you want, or you can, so some kind of image. Actually, let me throw something up so you can see what that looks like as well. And let's just find, here we go, let's do that. Great, so you can see that how that image would sit there, and we can make that slightly transparent or very transparent, however you want to do it. I actually prefer it without the image, so that's just what I'm going to do there, but I'm going to keep that transparent. And then what do we want to do? Well, we want to use it if we want to use it in some kind of flyer or hand physical material, then you're going to need to download it. And there we are. It's got our name. It's produced it as a PNG. Do we want an SVG so you can embed it somewhere? Or do you want a PDF, which you're going to need for print? So how do you want to capture that? Or you can grab the link and you can use that in some kind of funnel. You can send that in an email. For the use case that we've got, where we're at some kind of event and we're doing a presentation, we're doing a talk, we would probably download this as a PNG, and then we would put it on our slides so it gets presented up on the big screen and everybody can see it, scan it with their phone, and go straight to the lead funnel that we've created. Okay, so once we've got that, we're just going to save it. And there it is. Now, the more you use your QR codes, the better, because you can see the analytics. How often has it been scanned? How many people have gone to the landing page? Is it working? So you'll be able to see which QR codes are getting scanned, how often they're getting scanned, and then you can go to your funnel. So if I come here and just open this up, you can come to your funnel and you can view the statistics and say, do you know what? That's working really well. It's not working really well. Maybe if I change the headline, I'll get more conversions. So then you have a really comprehensive way of tracking the success of not only your talk, how many people attended the talk, maybe 100, how many people scanned the QR code, maybe 10. So, you know, we can know that we need to take better action in the talk to get more leads, and then how many people arrived at the funnel and went from the page to opting in. And then you can gauge the success of the page and the success of that whole event from start to finish, from the talk to the lead. So it's a really, really good way to move people from offline to online and to capture information. Data is important. The more data you have about your marketing, about your sales conversions, about your website, about your client happiness, about how your team functions, so all the different functions of your business, then the better business you'll be able to run. And QR codes are a fantastic tool for capturing data. And if I just actually go back to my funnel, so what we'll do, if I just edit page details here, that's just going to open up. And again, sorry about the audio and the visual today. My iMac is not happy, so we had to jump onto the little Mac. I was sure that there was a QR code feature, but if we wanted to add a QR code to this page, that's really easy. We've already downloaded the QR code, so we're just going to drag an image on. We're just going to upload. There's my QR code. And then I can just throw that in there. And that's a scannable feature. Why you would put a QR code on a page? I don't know. But offline, very, very good. Incredibly useful tool. Oh, no, you could use them online as well. So maybe you've got one on your LinkedIn profile or on an image on your LinkedIn profile. I'm sure we've all seen that. So if I go to LinkedIn and just come here, I'm sure we've seen those LinkedIn profiles with a QR code. So somebody's on LinkedIn and they see that, and then they can scan that and go straight to the thing without having to type. And it's a very smooth journey and smooth experience. So lots of different use cases for your QR codes. Okay, so if you haven't used them, I am certain that there is a way that you can test this out and just see how it works, because they're a great tool and they're so easy to make. All right, so give it a go. Let me know in the comments, or send me a message about your experience with QR codes if you've got some, or if the results of the test that you do based on this video. So I'd love to hear what happens and what you think of it. All right, thanks very much. I will see you again.